Hi, I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
And I'm J.R. Cardenas. You know, last year we were here at Sanderson Ford helping them celebrate their 60th anniversary. But Vanessa, did you know that not long after Don Sanderson started his business, Ford Motor Company launched the iconic Ford Mustang?
Well, I do now.
Yeah, it became an instant hit. Somewhat of a cult following amongst the people. Definitely a flagship car for the Ford Motor Company.
This is in 1967, and it's inside Sanderson Ford's incredible museum, full of Americana and vintage automobiles.
But today's show is not about looking back. No, this Sanderson special is definitely about the future. Check out this new Ford Mustang.
Well, this totally rocks. Let's see what this pony can do.
Yeah. Look at this. Welcome to Sanderson Ford, a new era. It's still there. The Ford Mustang has style, power, and a whole lot more.
And it's got a lot of history, just like Sanderson Ford.
Recently, Sanderson Ford owner David Kimmerly and his good friend Al McCoy got together right here at the Starliner Diner to remember old times.
And to look to the future.
Shall I say how long we've been doing one another, David? A long time, right?
A long time.
Right.
That works out.
And it's been a great friendship. And now to be here at my favorite diner with the proprietor, David Kimberly, is extra special. And you know, we've celebrated the 60th anniversary, and I'm sure when you've looked back on those 60 years, there have been so many achievements. Are there one or two that you look at as maybe the biggest achievements that have happened for Sanderson Ford over those 60 years? What do you think?
You know, Al, the biggest achievements is we're still here. You know, that is incredible. You know, when you think of how many businesses are in business for 60 years, there's not that many. So we're very proud of that, and it's because of the employees and the customers that we serve and our philosophy of doing business.
We've talked about the involvement with the community through the 60 years, David. Are there some extra special moments that you like to think about? Obviously, your work with veterans and Operation Santa Claus just seems to keep growing, doesn't it?
It does, and you know, for our 60th year, we hit over $1 million in food, clothes, toys, and money to serve those in need in our community. And you mentioned military. You know, when they come back, and we are so thankful for the freedoms that we have, the ability to sit here today and do what we do is because of those who serve us so well, and some that gave their lives.
What are some of the time-tested values that just keep going on and on at Sanderson Ford?
You know, our heritage is so huge. Mr. Sanderson started this business in 1955 with 25 employees, and now we're approaching 500. So it's just just incredible to be able to do that. But the things that really make the difference is one of the slogans we use is our product is Ford, our business is people. And if we don't build relationships, we're out of business. This is all about relationships.
Well, we always talk a lot about the past and about what's going on, but how about the future? Maybe we should have a toast to the future.
I agree.
And let's see what's ahead for Sanderson Ford, okay?
Thanks, Al.
Wow, David, this is unbelievable. How beautiful. Is this the new Sanderson Ford?
This is the new Sanderson Ford. It's a new era, Al. This floor, you see how straight it is? Just the way we do business. You know, it's just incredible. New paint, new paintings on the wall. It's just, it's time to refresh everything.
Well, David, I know how important your employees are to you here at Sanderson Ford.
Al, that's exactly right. We have some new faces. We have Mark Whittar, just came from Ford Motor Company to be with us as general manager. Right. And Ron, who has been with Ford for a long time, parts and service director, and of course our start team. So important in the scheme of things.
I can vouch for that because, you know, Ford has so many tremendous new innovations in their automobiles and their vehicles. That start team, they're needed. Well, I know the door is always open at Sanderson Ford, and everyone is welcome here.
Absolutely. Whether you speak English, Spanish, or whatever, you know, we have employees all over the dealership in parts, in service. Right here is our switchboard, and of course in sales to accommodate anyone that comes to our dealership.
Well, it sounds like, and it certainly looks like, you're all set for the next 60 years here at Sanderson Ford. But listen, I have to ask you now, once in a while, David, I do see a Sanderson Ford commercial. And I saw one the other day, and I saw this young guy behind the plate with the catcher's gear on. That wasn't you, was it?
Al, it wasn't a stand-in.
Oh.
You know, sometimes you still have it. It's like riding a bike. You got it up here, it's just the rest of it sometimes.
Well, you look good in that mask. I'm going to leave that there.
The Starliner Diner is located right here at Sanderson Ford. It's an authentic diner that was added to the Glendale dealership in 2007.
They have a great breakfast menu. The best burgers, malts, shakes.
And this, EG's. This is the only place where you can get one. And no, you don't need to buy a car to eat here, but with prices so low, why wouldn't you?
I know, right? Don't go away. We'll be back with more from Sanderson Ford.
I've been chosen to be the Grand Marshal of the Cave Creek Fiesta Days Parade, which is unbelievable. This is very special for us. You know, we have a lot of employees that live here in Cave Creek, so we've been doing this for several years. You know, we love to be part of this hometown feel, and that's what we're all about.
Welcome back to Sanderson Ford, a new era.
You know, Don Sanderson used to always talk a lot about the Sanderson difference.
The difference, Don believed, was the Sanderson employees.
Whether you're browsing, buying, or bringing your car in for service, you'll always receive a warm welcome.
Our involvement with the military, our involvement with the Phoenix Children's Hospital, the Music Museum, the Siege for Soldiers that we do at the ball games, you know, our outreach is far more than just selling cars. I've been lucky to be a part of youth softball for a long time, and my way of giving back is sharing what I've learned over the years. I've been lucky enough to train young ladies that ended up at Oregon, University of Georgia, Grand Canyon University over here, Phoenix College at the local level, Harding University, which is a small school in Arkansas. And so I've got young ladies that I train in the batting world. They range from ages 10 all the way up to 16.
I remember being right here in this showroom when it was being built. My parents would pick us up from school and bring us here while they were hanging pictures and wallpaper on the walls. We finally just did our first remodel here in 25 years. It's been great to grow up here. Kind of had like 400 fathers instead of just one. Well, we are the dealership that's service built, something my grandfather started years and years ago. And you know, I can honestly say every employee here has that in their heart. They want to make sure that we take care of our customers in all areas. One of the things that is near and dear to my heart is 4-H and FFA. It teaches kids the ethics of hard work, even doing community service as kids. We're involved in farm tours that we put on at State Fair and Maricopa County Fair, that we actually bring live animals in and teach young kids about it. When they come in with elementary schools, they go through and they see how milk is produced, they see how cheese is made and butter, they see chickens laying eggs literally right there in front of them, and it's a great educational program.
Since I started working here, I've been fortunate in working in the same department for over 10 years. I've been treated very well, and it's been great. We're a big family. I coach a soccer team named Guerrero Santos Fin de Laguna. We are dedicated to the youth. The ages range from 10, 11, 12 years old. We also have a team of adults where we play in the North Phoenix area, where the youth actually won a championship. We don't want them to be out on the streets. There has been great talented individuals that came out of this team.
My dad started working here 23 years ago, and Sanderson has always treated our family really well. I've loved everything that they represent when it comes to community. We do a golf tournament every year with my dad. We put it together. So it's just been time coming, and I finally had the opportunity to come aboard. Soccer is a passion of mine. I love it, getting the kids involved. I coach 2 teams now. I'm going to coach 3. because of the availability that they allowed me to have, and I'm just going to continue building teams. The very first day I came in for my interview, I had mentioned that I coach soccer, and they said, if you need to leave 30 minutes early to get to a soccer practice or leave on a Saturday for an hour or two to coach your game, of course. It's all about family, it's all about taking care of each other, and we'll help you out with that. And they've taken care of me from day one, and I couldn't be more appreciative.
One of my favorite quotes that Sanderson lives by is that this is the dealership that service built. That can be applied to anything in life, whether that's your family relationships, your job relationships at work environment, your friends, and make sure that they're doing all right spirituality-wise, as well as making sure their families are doing okay, making sure everyone is progressing in life.
This young girl that I've known since she was a baby, her name is Olivia Holleran, and this is her senior year. She just finished up in 4-H, and she just wanted a scholarship, a $5,000 scholarship that was given because of all of her hard work.
We're in it for them. We're going to teach them to the very best of our ability.
I feel like a much better person at the end of the day when I've helped somebody else smile.
We have invited the youth to come play with the adults, and since then, they've been doing great. They have left all the mischief they were into, and I'm proud to say that they're no longer roaming the streets.
David Kimmerly, you are one of the best owners I've ever worked under. You employ such a wonderful staff.
Thank you, Sanderson Ford, for allowing me to grow as a person, to see and help so many people in every organization that you do touch. It's allowed me to grow as a person. It's allowed me to grow as a family, as a husband, as a father. Sincerely, thank you.
Thank you, Sanderson Ford, for helping our youth and for all your support you've been giving us. And we're so thankful for you.
And a big thanks to Sanderson Ford.
You know, we've been so blessed here at Sanderson Ford for so many years that all along the way, there's certain things that we start out with little things, and all of a sudden they start blossoming because we see the needs. And if we can take care of the people of this area and the needs that are there, then those that buy vehicles from us, it enables us to do that. Special Olympics has always been very, very near and dear to me.
The Guardian Games was an idea that we put together in conjunction with Special Olympics. We're the sponsor. Sanderson Ford is the sponsor of the Law Enforcement Torch Run. And it's a statewide event to kick off the games that go on throughout the year. It's a very clever, interesting idea with 9 events where you compete in teams of 4. So I have a law enforcement officer, a Special Olympics athlete, and then 2 members of the community, typically from a business, and they'll compete and we'll have a great day with the athletes.
There's a friend of mine, his name is Evan, and he is just incredible. He plays golf, he does all these things, and we just love him because he's the epitome of what Special Olympics is all about.
Well, my son Evan is 18 years old. He's participated in Special Olympics for almost forever. I can't even remember how long ago it's been since he started, but he loves it and enjoys the camaraderie and just really getting out and enjoying sports. Obviously, it's a huge deal to me personally, and David has taken it upon himself as the owner to get particularly involved. But you know, these kids are really look for you know, just the partnership, the fellowship, the friendship that comes along with being part of this whole organization. And so we're proud to be a part of that. We think it's our role in the community that we're very comfortable with, and I'm just very proud that the company decided to do that.
We encourage any time our employees can get involved with people, building those relationships. You know, it helps you right here. You know, sometimes your heart just has a need to do something good.
It's going to be on February 17th at Westgate, and we hope everybody comes out to enjoy the day.
Red or black?
What?
My new Mustang, red or black?
What's wrong with orange?
Oh, what about Arizona white? No, definitely red.
Ugh.
But the orange does match my dress.
They say it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind a million times. But Vanessa, this is only a half-hour show. You know that, right? You know that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, don't go away. When we come back, Luis Gonzalez shares some safety tips for the parents of teenage drivers. You do know his teenagers, his triplets, they're driving. You know that, right?
All three of them.
All three of them, yeah.
You know, JR, isn't it crazy all the new technology these cars have these days, like this Ford C-Max?
Yeah, a lot of that technology is aimed at keeping people safe. You know who thinks a lot about safety? Luis Gonzalez. You know, his triplets are teenagers now, they're driving. Can you imagine?
Well, I'm sure he feels better knowing that they're protected by some of the best safety features available from Ford today.
Yeah, Sanderson Ford wants all drivers to be safe, and recently they held a huge event to get that message out. Luis Gonzalez was here, and he shared some of his experience with us. Take a look.
So today, Sanderson Ford is hosting Free Safety Inspection Day. We're going to have car seats inspections for all those families that just want to make sure their car seat's functional and operational.
Safety is important at Sanderson Ford because we like to make sure that vehicles are safe when they're going to be traveling this summer. We also like to make sure that children's seats are properly installed. I have children myself. I want to make sure that they're in a safe vehicle.
Well, we're here today at Sanderson Ford for a safety day out here. It's important to my family as well as a lot of other families out there, especially if you have young kids that are driving. Texting and driving is important not to have them doing that when they're driving cars. So we're out here to promote the safety and the different features that the Ford cars have, and it's important to have all these great safety features out here. That's why me and my family all drive Fords.
When I think about the advancements in safety in the vehicles, even 5-10 years ago, airbags came out. The ABS system and the brakes was there. The new technology has taken it to a completely new level. We have blindside indicators when vehicles are next to you. We have lane keeper if you're weaving, it allows you to do that. There's crash avoidance if you're getting too close or not paying attention. It'll give an indicator in audio and visual to stop your vehicle. And one of the newest innovations is My Key. Particularly great, I have children, and it's a way for you to monitor some of their driving habits. You can set maximum speed limits. They have to buckle up before the radio will play. You can maximize the radio volume. Just all little indicators, even as simple as mileage, so they don't run out of gas. You can have earlier warnings for them. So if you want them concentrated on driving and not these other things that go with the new technology in vehicles, with the radio and Bluetooth. So some really great features have really developed in the last 10 years.
Wow, what a great event.
Yeah, the technology that's included is so much more than just bells and whistles. It's aimed at saving lives. Now that's the kind of technology that's really worth something.
Well, sometimes that technology can be tricky to set up and learn how to use. But don't worry, Sanderson Ford has you covered for that too. When we come back, we'll meet the whiz kids who make up the Sanderson Ford start team. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Sanderson Ford, a new era. I'm JR Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez. Hey JR, check out some of the new stuff the Ford Fusion has.
Go.
Listen to this. Blind spot information system with cross traffic alert, lane keeping system, push start button, sync with My Ford Touch voice activated, in-vehicle connectivity system, and some LCD screens.
I'm impressed. Cars and trucks are definitely more sophisticated than ever before. That's why the technicians here at Sanderson Ford are so highly skilled. When you bring your baby in for service, you'll know she'll be in good hands.
Training and certification is ongoing for Sanderson Ford technicians, people who love your car just as much as you do.
We hear a lot about all these buying services. Don't ever go to a new car showroom again. In the case of buying services, they're the middleman and they have to charge for their services. You don't have to pay that here. You know, one of the real important things about what we do versus a buying service is that we have people and parts to take care of a vehicle after the sale. Things happen. We've incorporated something here that's very important. I've wanted to do it for years and we do it. We have 4 people that are on our start team to assist in purchasing before, during, and after the sale with all the technology. We send them to your home if you have problem hooking up your garage door or syncing your phone. So all those things are very important to get the very best out of all the technology of your new Ford. We work very hard to be sure that everyone gets the best price possible. And if they belong to an organization like the Farm Bureau, American Quarter Horse Association, we try to find all the incentives, everything that's available to make that buying experience better. And consequently, you save a lot of money. There's no hassle, no pressure. We tease when the young people come in with their parents and we will give them a hat or do something special. I said, remember, when you get to drive, come see me. And it's amazing how many will throw that back at me years later. My first car, and we're coming to Sanderson Ford. What a neat experience. We have people that are writing and giving Google reviews on their experience that they haven't had any other place. And so consequently, this is what makes it better for those that read those reviews to say, well, maybe we ought to try it. We do things in the community that are very important. If we didn't have a dealership, how would we do Operation Santa Claus? We raised over $1 million last year because of the generosity of all the people of Phoenix, and consequently, unless we sell something, we can't do any of that. So we're giving back, and that's a very big part of what we do. We've been here for 61 years. You know, our product is Ford, our business is people. We are proud of our people, we're proud of our showroom, and this place is dedicated to the people that work here and the customers we serve.
I always learn so much when I come out here to Sanderson Ford, Vanessa.
Yep, that's true, JR. And today I learned that the new technology in the car is not only to keep us entertained, but to keep us safe behind the wheel as well.
And we learned that Sanderson technicians are some of the most highly trained in the business. And if you're a little technology challenged, the START Technology team is there to lend you a hand.
Just like Don Sanderson said, the people here are really the Sanderson difference. Why not stop by and see that difference for yourself?
So, did you pick a new color for your new car?
Oh yes, I went with charcoal gray or white. Charcoal gray or white. Oh, yellow. What about yellow? It'll stand out.
Yellow?
Yeah.
It'll stand out more?
Oh, blue.